Yo, what's up, YouTube? Sorry. Still a little cold, still a little sick, but it is what it is. Today's Wednesday, and I'm waiting for my dad's cell phone to arrive from UPS, but that's not what this YouTube video is about. Now, every great video trilogy has to be finished off. I did 3 videos. This is the 4th and final video of Sex Game, Rise and Fall of Hip Hop and Rap, and where the direction it has gone to. See, I didn't want to make 5 videos because that takes too long. And usually by the time you get to a video 4 or a video 5, people start to lose interest and it starts to get tiring and boring and it starts to repeat itself like a broken record. And I decided I didn't want to put you guys and girls through the idea of how many videos in the series he gonna make. So I thought, might as well end it on 4 videos. Making a 5th video would just be, out of this world. Alright, now we're in the 2000s. By this time period, Jay-Z and Nas were the front runners. Jay-Z had been waiting for his turn. He had put out albums like Blueprint, Blueprint Volume 2. He had the Black Album. He had crossed over from hip-hop and rap to rock and roll music. And Jay-Z had became president of Def Jam Records. They was going to have LL Cool J did it, but LL thought that was just too much. LL was doing the movies, the television shows. LL was still a rap artist. LL was a producer. LL Cool J had a family. And LL kind of said it'd be nice, but give it to Jay-Z. He's younger. He wants to prove himself. So they gave it to Jay-Z, and Jay-Z pretty much recruited talent. He discovered Rihanna. Jumped Rihanna into the fold, took on Beyonce. I mean, he already was dating Beyonce or was on the verge of doing it. And by that time period, Rockefeller had got bigger. There was a clothing line. One did sports, one did music and entertainment. He started doing the movies, the television shows. And Nas was like the guy going against Jay-Z. And then out of nowhere comes 50 Cent. 50 Cent comes in and starts dissing everyone. Now, by this point, I was like in junior high going into high school, and everybody had mixtapes of 50 Cent. Now, where people got them from, I don't know. But my brother had a mixtape, my uncle had a mixtape, hell, my dad had a mixtape. Well, yeah, nobody know where they got them from, but they had a mixtape of 50 Cent. My dad's like, you got to hear this new cat. He got shot 9 times like Tupac, and he rapping hard on the mic. Now, I thought 50 was going to do exactly what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to be something new and fresh. It wasn't until 2003 that his first album, Get Rich or Die Trying, come out. And nobody had 5 hit singles on one album like he did. I think at the time, the rule or the record was you could have 1, maybe 2, probably 3 hit singles on the album. He had 5 of them. Because there was Wankster, there was 20 Questions. I think there was his other song with Eminem, Impatiently Waiting, so that's 3. And then he had another song on there called My Buddy, where you could hear Scarface in the background, that's 4. And then he had another song on there, I forgot what it was, but it was another song that was like highly regarded. Broke 100 million copies right away. Everybody and their mama wanted to see 50 Cent. From 2003 to 2005, he had the game on lock. Eminem was taking a break. At that point in late 90s, early 2000s, Eminem was the front runner between Jay-Z, Nas, and Eminem because Eminem put out some hits. And I love that song because of the way I am. And then I love because I'm a criminal. Eminem was just killing it in those early 2000s. But he thought family was more important, and if I was Eminem, I'd do the same thing. So he took a break, and 50 got up in the game. Then, from out of nowhere, it was Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne just took over whatever the 2000s was. Lil Wayne just blew up on the spot. Wheezy, baby. I'm the fireman. And, he had put out the Carter 2, the Carter 3, back to back. I was like, oh, snap. Lil Wayne has got up in the game. And at this point, he was just beating out people. Jay-Z retired. Nas weren't exactly Nas anymore. Eminem was on a hiatus. 50 Cent started to transition into hanging out with Floyd Mayweather Jr. And now all of it was all about Lil Wayne. Now the whole show was all about Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne. He discovered Drake, Nicki Minaj, and created Young Money. This was like 2008, post 2009, where he just dominated the rest of the 2000s. And of course, Mariah Carey tried to make a comeback, and then we had Soulja Boy. And this is where hip hop has its problem. We went from hip hop to R&B to rap to gangster rap to you could just take a little simple catchphrase and all of a sudden turn into a rap song. You could make a rap song about a chair, all of a sudden it's a hit album. You're like, what the hell? Like, oh no. You could be eating some ice cream, all of a sudden there's a rap song called I Love That Ice Cream. It's like, did y'all just run out of ideas? Okay, Laffy Taffy. Okay, it was a good hit single, but that's where it started to fall apart. It's like, what happened to my rap? Chris Brown pops out. You lovey, kissing my mind, the dirty look, get with me. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling Chris Brown. He reminds me of Michael Jackson, okay. Soulja Boy. He likes Superman. I was like, what the hell? I'm like, is that all he's saying in this damn song? Every damn song. I want a soldier girl. I said, oh, no. Then Hurricane Chris come out. Babe. I'm in the club like babe. It was like, okay, sound hard on the mic. He sound gangster. Sound like he gonna resurrect the genre. All of a sudden, he make a song called Halle Berry, and I'm like, oh, no. And then I don't hear about him no more. Like, what the hell? It was like hip-hop just went dead after. That's like, it just didn't make no sense no more. Mumble rap went out of control. All of a sudden, you could just get on the mic and go, blah, 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 and you'd be like, what the hell? This ain't rap. This ain't what I grew up. And by the time I was in college, I was like 23, 24 years old, and people call me old because I don't know who Soulja Boy is, because I don't know who Chris Brown is. And it's like, I know who Chris Brown is, but all these other cats, I was confused. Then Future pop up, and people are like, you don't know who Future is? I'm like, you talking about the Future? No, it's a rapper named Future. Man, you old, homie, you old. And I'm like, I'm 23, 24. Like, who you calling old? 2 Chainz. Who's 2 Chainz? 2 Chainz, man, you whack, man. You don't know who. I'm like, okay. It was like, as we got further into the 2000s, it just wasn't rap. And it was like, you could see the writing was on the wall. People like Nelly slowly but maturely went into country music. Like, Nelly and country music, what? What's going on here? Sorry, you had to see this on camera. And then, of course, Lil Jon got in trouble. You know who Lil Jon is. Now, that person, I knew who he was because I was still in high school when Lil Jon popped out. Yeah, what? Okay, let's get it crunk. I'm like, that lasted for about maybe 4 years before people got tired of it. Then he got in trouble for 2007's Read a Book because he was trying to tell black people how to be educated. Now, remember I said in part 1 that you have a lot of people who think that if you're not Lil Wayne, if you're not Drake, you shouldn't be on camera trying to talk educated? Well, Lil Jon did it, and you see it almost ended his career. Like, you didn't hear Lil Jon for like almost 7 years because of that. Like, Lil Jon didn't make a comeback until like 2012, 2013. That's when he made his comeback. Like, why so late? Because he not only upset at people, it was the way he said it in his rap song, go read a book. Go get some deodorant and go read a book. Stop reading a sports magazine and read a newspaper. Or stop reading a magazine, newspaper, and go read a book. And it was like, it ain't expensive. It was like he was trying to educate black people on being ignorant, and Lil Jon got punished for doing it. And he wasn't the only one who felt the wrath. Lil Wayne felt the wrath. You know, people complain when Lil Wayne got bored of hip-hop and decided he wanted to do rock and roll music. He wanted to skateboard. And I remember people were giving Lil Wayne a hard time because he wanted to change up the genre of his music for Carter 4. And he couldn't do it because Birdman wouldn't let him do it. And he had the Carter 5 and it got holed up for 4 years. And then Drake just got hot. Drake just caught fire. You know, Kanye West had a meltdown and it was just Drake. You know, every time you turn around, it's Drake on the radio. You walk up the street, down the street, it's Drake. Like, man, when he made Back to Back, it sounded like he was trying to resurrect the 90s when he was clowning, what's his name? You getting bodied by a singing, I'm taking you back to back. I'm like, okay. And then it just fell flat. And then the one person that tried to really bring hip hop back, like truly bring it back, Nipsey Hussle. Nipsey Hussle came in at a period where it was 2004, 2005. I remember because I went on Crenshaw and I saw all these Hustler magazines, these King magazines, and I said, he's like a cross between Snoop Dogg and Tupac Shakur. And I remember he was giving out mixed CDs, and I got one, and I only played like one song because my stereo system was all messed up, and these were some hard songs that he had came out with. And see, a lot of people don't realize I've seen Nipsey Hussle not once but 3 times. The first 2 times I saw Nipsey Hussle before he became rich and famous in hip hop, because he had that crib bicycle from the movie Baby Boy, and he was driving up. I think he was riding up 51st Street to 55th Street, and we had one neighbor that was on 57th Street, and he was trying to get in contact with this music producer who sadly is not alive today, whose name was Richard Charlie Cason. He was a music producer. I used to hang out with Rich because Rich had a picture frame of Ray Charles on his wall, and he told me he used to work with a lot of artists. 3 6 Mafia, when they first came out, he did their first album. And then Rich told me about the true story of Death Row and Suge Knight and why Dr. Dre left, because he was in the music business for 25 years. So I hung out with Richard. I mean, Richard Cason introduced me to a lot of people I didn't know were in the entertainment business. I met Tyra Banks' father in Inglewood, which I thought would never happen in a million years. Like, I remember Rich would smile and say, "You don't know who that is, youngster." And I'd be like, "What?" "That's Tyra Banks' dad. You see that expensive car out there?" I was like, "Yeah, that's Tyra Banks' car." And by the way, don't go back and tell nobody that I told you that, because Tyra Banks don't want nobody to know all her business. So you can see how that transpired. And then I saw Nips, because I had a Philadelphia 76ers jersey on because I liked it, Allen Iverson, and I tried to get my hair braided. And he saw me and started looking at me. And then homeboy like, "It's cool, man. It's cool. He don't bang. He cool." You know how black people in the hood talk. It's all good, man. He's cool people, man. He ain't bang, man. He goes to school, man. So that was the first time. And he was writing all the rhymes, all the hard lyrics that you heard in them songs today. I saw him with a notebook pad writing them down. Police coming up, messing with him. "What you doing on this block?" "Oh, I got friends on this block." "So a problem, officer?" "You don't need to be out here." So I seen the police messing with him in the very beginning. And he revived hip hop. Like, he actually resurrected it and brought it back. Like, when I heard him rap, you could see he took the 80s, the 90s, and resurrected it and brought it back. But when we lost Michael Jackson, that seemed like that would have put the break the straws camel's back. We lost Nipsey Hussle, and again it seemed like, okay, we now we're confused. Now, coming up in 2020, I have no idea what is going to happen to music. I don't know if music's going to stay the same. It seems like if it weren't for country music and rock music trying to merge with hip hop and rap and R&B, I think it would be on life support. This is my honest opinion. This is not me making fun of hip hop. I grew up listening to hip hop, R&B, rap music, and some rock. But I think if it weren't for country music and other genres merging, it would just be on life support. I have no idea what 2020 is going to bring. It could be something new, or it could just be a repeat for the next 10 to 15 years. Either way, you're going to be seeing people forever rap about, "I got ice on my wrist, ice on my mouth." Now, the last point in the video.